Hello there everybody, it's about 92 Nightmare and welcome back to Higurashi, When They Cry. And where we last left off, we had ourselves a little bit of fun, and now we're going to automatically continue.
We're gonna do shit.
I don't know, I'm actually finding myself enjoying this. It seems actually pretty nice. You know, I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the day Reina and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Whoa, different outfits. Reina and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place.
Kei-chan, you're late.
Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that.
Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting. Mi-chan, you just got here yourself.
Last night's episode of
A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it?
She was just as guilty as me. Reina was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Reina really did make a picnic.
Kei-chan, after you left, Reina put out all the stops.
It's not like I forced her to do it.
It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay?
She's been like this.
She's been like this since last night, you know. Can you take responsibility for this?
Alright. I'm a man, after all. I'll take responsibility.
Responsibility? For what? For what?
As we both turned around slowly to look at Reina, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Reina we were talking about here.
About 2 kilos, I guess.
Oh, whoops, god damn it, I can't do anything right. I wish I knew who the hell was talking.
When Reina was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi-kun is a boy, after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? Let's get going. Heave-ho!
Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunchboxes. Correction, I say 5 kilos too.
I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Reina sad. Got it?
The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk, bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't even imagine something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies, after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Good day. Oh, whoops. Oh, you would be Mayabara-kun, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All these passerbys even knew my name. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid.
It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone since there are so few people here in Hinamizawa.
So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's that Mayabara fella who just moved here?
Yeah, that's how it works out.
There was a process of elimination you can only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day! Oh, good God, man. Control yourself with the dirty mags. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. And that's not the end of this nightmare.
Of course I know them. The first person we met was Old Man Takazawa from the Makina bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Next, we met the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future.
And the person we just met was Mio-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. You know the names of everyone we passed by, and even their profiles. God damn it was one of the girls saying that again. Seeing my surprise, Mio and Reina exchanged looks and burst into laughter.
Well, yeah. We're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbors.
Then let's try it out. You there, who am I?
You're Keiichi Maebara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers, didn't you?
That's enough, that's enough!
Boxers?
Enough of that! Apparently there is absolutely nothing if you keep hitting here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. Good God, if they're actually capable of figuring out if you were wearing boxers or not, that's freaking creepy! That's scary thinking. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around.
That's right. We're parading you around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? That Kei-chan is fitting right here in Hinamizawa?
The population of Hinamizawa is shrinking. Oh, whoops.
So the villagers welcome anybody who's new here.
I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out again the same way.
Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day.
Oh my, Maebara-kun. Wonderful for you, having a lovely Kuhani-chan. How are you? Getting used to life here?
Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
Good.
As I looked back over to Reina and Mio, they gave me a wink.
So, now then. About time to have lunch, maybe? Maybe?
Reina's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mio and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man. I'll do what I can. But it's just too much!
It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave it to this old man.
But you're a woman. Mio has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative. Reina, if we're going to eat, we may as well go somewhere with a good view.
Yes! Good idea, I agree.
Reina nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. God damn it was Mion who said that! Give me a sign, something to tell me who the hell is talking. I mean, you're giving me somewhat signs whenever facial expressions change. Crossing the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling.
This here's the Furude Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around.
This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival?
The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter.
Watanagashi. I'll have to look that up, maybe. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer.
Now then, spread out the lunchboxes and... there!
Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Reina's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know.
Oh, Rika and Satoko. Good afternoon.
It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Oh, thank God I got their names right. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was her secret plan. To power in numbers. You have my thanks. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up all the pieces are in place is my specialty.
You just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this?
Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Reina.
I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public grounds. It's not yours. Keiichi's right.
Oh God, it was Keiji that said, God damn it.
This is everyone's property.
Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Where's my spot?
No spot for you and nothing for you to eat.
Don't worry, there's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of her.
None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not.
I will not allow that. Rika! Here, chopsticks.
Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other.
Man, really, Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate, one for me, Chan, and Rika-chan too.
Reina whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates.
If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up.
That's right. Okay, shall we commence this battle?
Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone.
Reina said as she opened up a thermos. Just then, I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. Didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different.
I will not allow you. Oh, what the hell? I will not allow you to have this hamburger.
Using your elbow is against the rules, Satoko.
Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules.
It was a tough battle, blocking her with full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
Ah! The last meatball!
Satoko Hojo has been bested. Nom! Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Oh God. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Reina blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Reina to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. We know she's gonna say shit that'll get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. Foreshadow much? The intense battle calmed, and finally, everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes.
Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because back then the people were busy even while eating and didn't have the time to compliment the flavor.
That's just you.
But, you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean.
She blushed a little as she said that.
It was delicious.
With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Reina directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. After Reina uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof.
How? Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It was really delicious.
Reina flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. Good God, that sounds painful, actually.
To reward Rika-chan for her praise, ta-da! These are special.
2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. And this music's gone. Oh, there's that music again.
What is it,
Satoko? What's with that defiant look?
Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Reina-san? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab? Well then, allow me to show you.
After Satoko flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
Hey, so Reina Oni-chan's lunch.
Satoko thought it was
Yummy too.
Oh God. Satoko looked up at her proudly while talking cutesy. How is that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Reina limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it! Reina!
Ow!
Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Reina glommed Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her. Cute! Satoko is so cute. Take you home.
Swish. Stab. Push.
Satoko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me and began again with that defiant look gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Reina. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick.
If it upsets you so much, why not reward Reina-san with some praise?
Damn it! That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise.
Satoko, you think you've won the bet, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks?
That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Oh wait, who the hell was talking?
Kei-chan is going to be the one who does it.
What?
Why don't I have you show me then? The writhing of an old maid.
The hell does the writhing of an old maid have to do with this? The plan of attack she suggested was wicked. But it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right?
No. Actually, most of it, almost all of it, was frozen stuff.
Then which ones did you make fresh?
Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say, must I?
From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right? Reina turned an even deeper shade of red, the words, "I can't believe it," practically written on her face.
How can you tell? How that I made it?
Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Reina, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course, I did too. I sure would like to try one of Reina's handmade apple rabbits. Or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards. I think. Then, at that moment, whoosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits!
Please eat some, Keiichi-kun! There's plenty for you!
Instantly, dozens of the apples were shoved in my mouth, knocking me over. Okay, say...
Say, Keiichi-kun.
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. more and more apples.
Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? I can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all.
Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Reina stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something.
Rika-chan, you're not eating it. Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe?
Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel sorry for him. I want to save him. Please.
That was the sound of blood spurting from Reina's nose. Good God!
Tonight I will take you home.
She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, 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 and fixed them back up on a plate.
Now they're all just fine, Kei. Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan, okay? Okay?
Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered,
This is our victory.
"Oh my God, Rika! How dare you!"
What? A comeback?
I just don't care anymore.
Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Jeez! Oh, jeez, that was funny. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm enjoying myself. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly.
Later, Reina and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time.
See you tomorrow.
Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended up with just Reina and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home.
Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now.
Would you mind taking a little detour, maybe? Maybe?
A detour? Is it far?
It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long.
Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Reina, I quietly nodded. The hell's that? Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, it looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Why? A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper.
It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here.
When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile?
It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure.
Ah, she's making that face again. Ran had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. Okay, so it's gonna be called cute mode. So that meant that there was something cute here?
Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait.
She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa! My city race itself was completely pitiful.
It's alright, just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long.
Reina kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall! Watch your step!
I'm fine. This is nothing at all.
Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Raina disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Raina around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Whoa! Hello, dude! Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He is not a typical-looking photographer. My god, that dude is freaking jacked. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit. Freaking understatement. But something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case.
Whoa! You surprised me.
Oh god, what voice should I give him? Shit, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna give him. I'll figure something out. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his overreaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa?
I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. Wait a minute, let's try a different one. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I came to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what? You're saying I'm the same as these birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intentions of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me. Except it didn't seem like Raina would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious response, and he continued rambling on by himself.
Keiji-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now.
Raina popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. Oh, you have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. I don't know. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking with Rain and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. That's equal parts disturbing and creepy at the same time. What the fuck? Wait, was there really a body here?
Keiji-kun, sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess. I'd best
leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Keiji-kun. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
Keiji-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder.
It wasn't Raina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove?
Oh, yes, so listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll.
Wait, Colonel Sanders. Wait, what? Wait, what? Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place, that life-size... They have a KFC! Do they have a KFC in Hinamizawa? I want to go to the KFC! Give me the KFC!
Yes, Colonel Sanders.
Wait a minute, why would KFC be allowed in... You know what? Fuck it, I don't care.
How cute! I want to take it home.
I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right?
It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lampposts over there, so it'll get pretty dark soon.
Raina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today.
Thank you.
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
Keiichi-kun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home.
Raina staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey Raina, long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were
building a dam here. I don't know the details, though.
just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something?
I don't know.
Whoa, what the? Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Raina quickly lightened her expression.
Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago.
Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that...
So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry.
Don't really know? Don't want to talk about it? That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. Oh, I'm guessing it's... okay. Yeah, it was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Toмотaki-san said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Good God, that got kind of creepy, like really, really, really fast. Huh. Oh, you ever seen new tips? The Mayabara Mansion, the dam site murder, dismembered newspaper. What? That was in the tips, right? Let me see that. Okay, what's this? What's this supposed to be? Oh, hello. Oh. From the June X, 1979 edition. The Shisabone City, Okinomiya Police Station, June blank. Late at night. Suspects were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of the corpse. The main offender has been added to wanted lists nationwide. According to our sources, the 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site workroom on the blank at 9 p.m., where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer, blank, as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. On the blank at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shisabone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. Blank. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of the corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. What the fuck? Okay, I'm starting to see why the guy who told me this was a horror novel. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what to think of this. Okay, this is starting to get really, really creepy now. I started all lighthearted and I was actually kind of liking it, but I should have remembered that this is supposedly, like I said, a horror novel. You know what? I'll figure this out in the next episode. Hopefully I'll learn more then. So, I'm going to leave this here and we'll pick this up in the next episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you all in the next video.